Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, and I'm joined once again on the Skype call by Mike.
I'm Mike. It's 2020, Cesaro's still a champion. Not too bad. We haven't taken it off him yet, so.
And Tommy.
We made it to August. Thank God. We're almost out.
It's a good August. I have a feeling Tommy might have some praise for 2020 now based on what we're talking about today, but we'll get to that. So
it's redeeming itself a little bit. I'll put it that way.
On Twitter,
you're that happy about the? Never mind.
Yeah, no. Our Twitter account is at @CCG_WrestleCast. Subscribe here, the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel, and you might want to chat along with us and comment with us because today we are previewing the New Japan Cup USA 2020.
AKA the gaijin that got stuck in America.
Yes.
the gaijin that got stuck in America and Kenta.
And Kenta, yes, exactly.
Touché.
Hell of a way to start this New Japan Strong. That's basically the title of their new show. New Japan Strong. It's going to be on New Japan World every Friday. And they're kicking it off with an 8-man tournament to crown or contender for Don Moxley's IWGP United States Championship, which, as we talked about last week, we weren't sure he's allowed to wrestle in the United States because of his contract with AEW, but maybe they worked something out behind closed doors. Who knows? Or,
It's probably more of a case since they don't have a major TV deal at the moment, New Japan, so it's probably like, well, it's technically just going to be on, like, their network.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and like I said, it's all behind closed doors, private studio. There's no real audience. You can't really have an audience, so.
Most likely, you think this is going to be like taped in advance and then aired on Fridays, or do you think it might be a live thing?
That's hard to say because some of these, they might be taped in advance and just aired later. I think that's what they're doing a lot of Lions Project stuff.
Yeah.
So this may fall to the same case.
All right.
I don't know. Hard to call.
I think most of the companies right now are taking advantage of taping them ahead of time just so, if there's anything they need to fix, they can do that. I don't think most of the shows or pay-per-views anymore are really live, so.
I will say, well, in the States, yeah.
Yeah, in the States. I'm sorry, in the States.
When New Japan's, recent shows have all been live. The New Japan Cup, Dominion, all that was live, yeah.
But I guess they've been on their network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on their streaming network, yep.
Yeah, they've been streaming on New Japan World.
Mm-hmm. Which is where this is going to be, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to pick a full bracket. It's an 8-man bracket. Like I said, the winner gets a title shot. And the length of this episode is going to vary depending on how long Tommy is talking about each match. So, but we're trying.
The second you said length of the episode, I knew exactly what you were saying.
And for full disclosure, I have picks. Looking at that I'm choosing of my own. If they happen to be the same as Tommy's, that's a coincidence. So if you prefer, I go first, so we don't. I don't mind that.
We could make this interesting and do that. Since Tommy's the expert, we'll let him go last each time. That could be fun here. So, kind of break the cycle here.
The reason I'm groaning is because I have picks. I am not convinced I'm right.
You never really are when it comes to New Japan. You never can be. Yeah. So,
Well, this year especially, I've been off. I wasn't entirely wrong about Wrestle Kingdom. I was entirely wrong about the New Japan Cup in Japan. I will admit that. I was completely wrong about that. In a good way, though.
Yeah. So we'll get right into it. We're going to start with the first round matches. So basically, for those who don't know, New Japan Strong is going to be the new weekly show they're running on Friday nights, 9 o'clock Central Time. Starting this Friday and every Friday for the next 3 weeks, they're going to be having matches as part of this New Japan USA Cup. The first round matches, there's going to be 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick the entire bracket and see how well we do in 3 weeks from now when we're talking SummerSlam of all things. So
wow, really?
yeah,
Seriously?
yeah. So that'll be a loaded show because we also have to talk Takeover at that point. So
You'll never see it coming.
nope. But
That's,
let's get right into it. I know Tommy's excited because it's been a long time since we had the chance to talk a full New Japan show on here. So here we go.
whoa! Are we gonna skip the?
We'll come back to that.
news?
We'll come back to
Okay.
that since we got into discussion about New Japan's like, let's just run with it. So,
Okay.
first
Edit
round
that
here.
out.
Yeah. First round here is a match that was actually slated to take place when the original New Japan Cup was announced. And
Yeah.
that's Carl Fredericks against Kenta. And lucky or slash unlucky, depending on how you look at it, Kenta's stuck in the U.S. in the middle of a COVID pandemic. So he's available to be part of the USA Cup here. So I can't recall what we had all picked when we went over the Cup originally, or if we did do a whole bracket. But Mike, we'll start with you. Do you have Fredericks or Kenta winning this one here?
I'm gonna go with Kenta.
All right.
It's hard to choose against a man whose entire first name or name is capitalized. So.
It's sad that I know why he does that. It's sad that I can actually give you a detailed reason why he does
No,
I
that.
mean, Masada does it too, and he's not Japanese, so it's hard to pick against him.
Tommy, I saw a clip online yesterday of Kenta versus Archer.
I was about to bring that up too. Yep.
I don't know how recent that was, but Archer was calling him his WWE name.
Yep.
And he pissed him off and he slapped him.
That actually was the G1 Climax last year.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember that because when it happened, I could not get enough messages on Facebook saying, "Dude, did you watch the G1 Climax today?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen it yet." They said, "Bro, watch Archer versus Kenta." So I saw it, and when he
You're not
slapped
Kenta,
him,
you're Hideo.
when he slapped him, oh my god, I was convinced like he lost all feeling in his jaw for like 30 seconds.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
It is.
I'm gonna go with Kenta as well. I'm pretty sure I had him advancing far in the original New Japan Cup, so I'm sticking with
I
that.
had him slated to win the original New Japan Cup. I was
Probably.
convinced.
I'd have to
I
go
honestly
back
don't
and look.
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I'm sure I had him
Earlier
down
this
pretty
year
fast,
seems
but
like so long ago, right?
It does. It really does.
many moons ago.
Despite them building up, Carl Fredericks as like having lost a lot of weight, built a lot of muscle, looking completely different since the pandemic started. They're really hyping that up on the New Japan website, but I'm still picking Kent on this one. Now, let's see how we did compared to how Tommy picked this one. Tommy, what you got?
Dang it. Yeah, I'm actually picking Kenta too.
Okay, cool. We're good, Mike. We're good. All right.
I think this whole alpha wolf or whatever Crawford is going with, I think it's a good build for him. But I think if anyone's going to give him a humbling moment, it's going to be Kenta.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you may be the alpha, but I'm still Kenta. So calm down. And so he's going to be like, yeah, calm down, and slap him in the face.
Plus, you got like 3 Bullet Club members around, so
Yeah. That's what makes this really interesting. It's pretty practically an all Bullet Club tournament for the most part here.
And which is why I'm not convinced this will either be a partial make or break for some Bullet Club guys in this whole tournament.
Yeah. The winner of that match, which we all think is going to be Kenta, is going to face off against the winner of Jeff Cobb and Tonga Loa. I'll come out and say it. I'm picking Jeff Cobb. I've said from the start, I feel like New Japan is a perfect fit for Jeff Cobb. Even with the career he's had in Ring of Honor, when I see him in a New Japan ring, it feels so natural. At least the crowd there can fully appreciate what he does. And again, I think even him taking out one Bullet Club member, it'd be interesting to have Bullet Club versus Bullet Club in the second round or in the semifinals. So
Yeah.
I'm going with Cobb. Mike, what about you?
I'm definitely going with Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
And take him on a tour of the island, even though he's probably from some island.
Tell me, what about you?
This one's tough only because I know how good Tonga Loa is on his own, despite what a lot of people think. He actually is very good by himself. But I'm gonna go with Jeff Cobb only because I think everyone else is picking. They think Loa and Tama Tonga are gonna meet in the semis, and I disagree. Because I thought that originally, but I was like, nah, that seems too easy. So yeah I'm going Jeff Cobb.
All right. That's first round on the left side. Now switch to the other side of the bracket, which you'll see popped up here if you haven't seen it already because it's been behind the whole time. Yeah.
I'm playing behind me, even though it's probably already. I'm probably not even there when you see it.
It's that way.
It's that way.
On the other side of the bracket is David Finlay versus Chase Owens. This one is practically a coin flip here. I'm not going to ask Siri for help on this one, but
I was dang it.
although I could, it's tempting. I haven't done that in a while. Mike, where are you going with this one?
Yeah, this is a tough one too, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go David Finlay.
All right. I'm like back and forth, eeny, meeny, miny, mo in my head. So I'm just gonna say Chase Owens here and let Tommy be the tiebreaker on this. So
Dang it! Dang it! That puts pressure on me. Crap.
This is one. This is the first round that can go either way. So
it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I am going to say. I think he's due. I'll say Chase Owens.
Chase Owens. All right, cool.
I think David Finlay has a few wins under his belt, like with tag team titles and everything like that. And plus, he's been a good contender for the U.S. title before. Chase Owens, I think, hasn't been able to shine like that yet. And Chase Owens is another guy who I've seen wrestle and I know can. Mm-hmm. So it's like I get sick of hearing the arguments of guys like him can't wrestle. So it's like I'm sick of hearing that. It's like yes, he can. He's like he's kind of overshadowed right now. When you're in the same promotion as Okada and Tanahashi, people can tend to get overshadowed sometimes.
I think that's a good idea. Why this New Japan Strong is going to be a good project and a good show for New Japan to showcase a lot of that gaijin talent that you don't normally see.
Well, had it not been for the damn COVID, we'd have had New Japan USA by now, and which would have been freaking awesome. Where these guys would have been able to shine this whole year already.
Yeah, Tommy, just real quick, you mentioned the other great people in New Japan. I saw this post where they were talking about Okada, and he was like, this one guy was like, yeah, Okada's good, but like, you got to give the credit to his opponents because they sell his moves so great. And people were like, right, all these great matches and moves. What was the common denominator? Yeah. Like he just didn't want to give Okada credit.
It's like I almost see where that guy's coming from, but it's like, look at the dude. Like, dude, I'm sorry, Okada can make anyone look like $1 million. Like Okada and Tanahashi are the reason I think Jay White is such a credible threat now. Is because they made him. They worked. I mean, he's good, but they worked to make him look like $1 million wrestler, and it worked.
Yeah.
It really.
I just thought it was funny.
It is. That's hilarious.
Oh, he's in all these great matches that other people somehow sold to.
Which in Japan is always a big deal when they put a gaijin over like that and make him look as strong as he is.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. It's kind of like when Prince Devitt started Bullet Club. I mean, what stable at the time had that much impact?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any stables at the time that were in New Japan. So
hey, fair. Yeah. That's fair. A lot of people did not. They had no idea. It's like are there people were like, there are stables in Japan? That was their whole introduction. The Bullet Club was so popular, it brought in New Japan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, nothing wrong with that.
And it definitely helped the sales at Hot Topic too, with all the T-shirts as well. So,
to the point where they thought WWE. I still wish I could have been a fly on the wall during that phone call.
That'd be hilarious.
When Hot Topic called them, hey, can we get those Bullet Club shirts?
What?
And the marketing guy.
That's not us, goddammit.
Those are not ours. Oh, and Hot Topic. Oh.
Click.
All right, we'll call you guys later. Click.
See, I know marketing probably takes the call, but actually what I want to see is Vince like, Bullet Club, who do we call Bullet Club? What tag team do we have in that? Is that down in NXT?
Time? Did we rename Crime Time? Are they still
Is he still working for us?
The other first round match is Brody King versus Tama Tonga. I'm trying to move on here before we go crazy off topic.
Yeah.
Brody King versus Tama Tonga. I'm picking Tama Tonga because I feel like there's going to be at least one Bullet Club win on each side of the bracket. So that's where I'm going with it. So, Mike, same for you?
Same, Tama Tonga, yeah.
All right. And Tommy?
Yep. As much as I love Brody King, not this time, pal. I really don't think so. And I think if anyone, it's one of the original four of Bullet Club who's going to pull out a win here. So
yeah.
Jesus, Tama Tonga was one of the original 4. Oh my God.
Still around, man. It means a lot, you know. So
Him and Bad Luck Fale, man, they just been hanging in there, bro.
Was it Devitt, Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga?
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Because it was all in one night. Devitt started it by having Bad Luck Fale help him jump. I think it was the Time Splitters. I think they jumped them. And then later that night, Carl Anderson wrestled Tanahashi, and he had been like mentoring Tama Tonga, and that's when Devitt and Fale came down and beat up Tanahashi, and all 4 just said, "Yeah, it's all just," and they all just like stomped on Tanahashi for like 5 minutes. I was like,
I think I've seen that video. Yeah.
the clip in retrospect is hilarious because it's like there's like this moment of uncertainty, then all 4 just start mud stomping Tanahashi like he owed all of them money. Or slept with all their girlfriends. It was like
I would take the second one.
I believe the second one could happen if push came to shove.
In wrestling, stranger things have led to the formation of stables and tag teams. So maybe it does not seem so bad when you think about it. So
we're sick of you winning, Tanahashi. Give someone else a chance.
Now, those 4 matches take place this Friday, but next Friday we get the semifinals. And based on what we're picking, we're one semifinal for all of us. The consensus we think is going to be Kenta versus Cobb.
Yeah,
Mike, I know this one's tough for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like my head versus my heart.
Yeah,
because my head says it's Kenta because he's kind of the strongest in the Bullet Club, but my heart says Jeff Cobb because it's Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Got to support my big dudes. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go Jeff Cobb.
I'm actually with you on that. I like Cobb in this one. I really do like Cobb in this, and maybe it's the as much as people have said over the years that no Gaijin can win a title in Japan. I don't want a Japanese guy winning a Gaijin title. That seems like United States title. Give me an American citizen winning it, kind of thing, you know. So I'm going with Cobb on that one. I want to see him in the final. So, and Tommy, what about you?
I'm actually agreeing.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Mike, you're doing good.
My thought is like it'll be the upset of the whole tournament to have Cobb beat Kenta, and honestly, in my head, I see it as kind of like he doesn't even hit toward the islands. He just like reverses to go to sleep into a pin, and Kenta looking up like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Did that big Hawaiian dude just pin me?
That big Hawaiian dude. How did that Hawaiian guy get a schoolboy? What the hell, you know? So.
Well, I was gonna say I can kind of see like Kenta, straining at the end of a match to get him on his shoulders, to pick him up, and then he rolls him out, or
he rolls him into like a small package, and Kenta yelling,
"What is this WWE?
He's too big! How was that a small package? That's a big package. That's a very large."
And then Cobb just says, "I know, thank you."
I would pay money to hear Kenta yell. That's a large package.
And the other
and then Jeff Cobb can go by Mr. Large Package.
I'd buy the shirt.
Yeah.
I would too.
That would be the next bestseller at Hot Topic, So
if for no other reason, just to see my entire family look at it and just have questions, but afraid to ask all of them, and like my mom saying, "I'm praying to God that's wrestling related."
Said, no, my wife bought it for me. All right. The other semifinal, we all have Tama Tonga in there, and Mike has him facing David Finlay, and Tommy and I have him facing Chase Owens. Mike, are you going with Tonga as the other semifinal, or are you going with David Finlay?
I'm going to go with Tama Tonga out of that one,
yeah. Same for me. This is kind of the dream match I want to see when this bracket was announced. I want to see Cobb and Tonga. It's for me like an awesome match of two of the most popular U.S. talent that New Japan has. So
I'm also agreeing. Yeah, right, same here.
One Bullet Club representative in the final, we all think.
Yeah, so. I was like, the odds are there's got to be at least one Bullet Club guy who makes it to the finals. There's got to be one. There's no way you have a practically Bullet Club versus Bullet Club possible tournament and not one of them make it to the finals. Yeah. There's no way.
And that leads to August 21st. We all think the championship is going to be Jeff Cobb versus Tama Tonga. And with New Japan, you really never know. They surprise you sometimes. But
this entire bracket could be wrong from all of us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I am going to pick Jeff Cobb. I said it from the start. I think he fits well in New Japan, and I would love to see him get a shot at Moxley. don't
He did get the shot at Moxley.
a rematch. Excuse me. But this is a rematch. It would potentially be a Cobb and Moxley part deux. And how they'll book it, we'll see. With Moxley holding currently the AEW World Championship, although MJF is currently campaigning for a title shot, and I love that he's making it like a political speech kind of campaign, which is hilarious to me. And then we have Moxley also on the IWGP US title. So how do you book that? But I'm going with Cobb on that one, and maybe we'll pick later if that's the win, if he would beat Moxley. Mike, what about you?
I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna ride or die with Cobb.
Okay.
I want to see him really break out in something, and this really seems like a nice opportunity to do that. And he had a pretty good match for the AEW title with Moxley. So hopefully, with a New Japan spin, they can maybe be a little more rough and do a little bit more than they did even in AEW. So
yeah.
See how it goes.
I'm convinced if it hadn't for this COVID stuff, he'd have got a rematch already with Moxley.
Yeah.
I think Cobb would have already had another mercenary moment where he came back for a rematch. I just think COVID just wrecked everyone's plans for anything right now.
Yeah,
so.
And it'd be interesting. Well, I would hope that too. But I mean, if Cobb's in the US, I'm curious as to why he hasn't shown up in AEW. If it's just the New Japan thing or what?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
Is he still signed to Ring of Honor? Because I know Brody King is considered Ring of Honor's representative in this, but I don't know if Cobb is still.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, well, see, Jeff Cobb's contracts everywhere right now still have him as an independent.
Okay.
This is why he's able to do AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. He's very, very
independent.
He's very, very on the yeah.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
He puts the indie wrestling in indie wrestler right now because he can't it's like he can't really be stopped from going anywhere because it's in his contract.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. And before Tommy makes his pick, I just want to note that Tina didn't feel comfortable picking each match, but she did want to say she thought Hideo Itami was going to win the entire tournament.
Wow, you really did that to him? Man.
She meant that as a joke because she also saw the video of the Lance Archer.
Okay, so that was actually her. Yeah. Okay. I thought you were just doing him wrong like that.
No, she said that. It was a hilarious joke.
That's messed up.
But no, obviously.
Okay,
she's picking Kenta to win this, yeah.
If the Iconics are there to celebrate with him.
You know they would post some video online of that if you want.
Yeah, they probably would.
So. They probably... If we're all wrong and Kenta does win, I hope they are the first ones to congratulate him. I really do.
Yeah.
Because that'd be hilarious,
If he does, I'm going to buy Kenta a cameo from Billy Kay.
Respect for that one. Respect.
That'd be awesome to see how that video would turn out as well. So, Tommy, are you making it a clean sweep for Jeff Cobb?
I'm actually gonna lone wolf this. I was gonna agree with you guys, but I think if there's ever one time, and I literally mean one time, Tama Tonga might have that one singles victory, it would be this. Now, that being said, if he does win the tournament, I don't know if he'll win the title from Moxley, but I will say if anything he might win, it might be this, because he said before he's not really that big of being a singles guy. He likes wrestling with his brother. Mm-hmm. So if anything, I might see him winning this, and maybe that's it. And then go back to tag team. But we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Tama Tonga on this one.
Moxley and Tama haven't had a one-on-one match, right?
Because as soon as Moxley got there, Tama Tonga was deep in his tag team stuff with.
He was still in the titles, and Moxley was making
titles,
single things.
Because even in the G1, I think they even had him listed in the G1, and he gave up his spot because he was still the tag champions with Tonga Loa.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. See, we could have done this without Tommy.
Well, we'll see who scores better when this thing is all said and done, and see how this goes.
We'll see. Honestly, with Gato's booking, we'll see if any of us are right.
You know what my favorite thing is going to be in 3 weeks? They're like, Carl Fredericks, USA Open Cup champion.
I believe it, dude. It could happen, dude. We can.
The way they talked him up on the website, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, they feel like
Because see, look, this is why even with Evil winning, even though I was like shocked, it's like with Gato's mad genius, man, and his booking, I'm a firm believer. The fact that he established a like essentially 2-year storyline with Naito not winning at Wrestle Kingdom and making that last an entire 2 years just to give him that feel good moment, and then have the brilliance of Kenta taking it away, which I still am salty about, is come on, that's just genius book. I'm legit still salty about that. And like of all the things in wrestling I have forgiven, I don't know if I can forgive Kenta for that. I'm still mad.
New Japan long-term booking 2 years. WWE long-term booking 2 weeks.
yes. 2 to 3 months if you count Rumble to WrestleMania, if they stick with that too, you know. So,
Yeah. We've seen that change us way too many times.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but man, we have some.
But it's what everyone wants. No, it's not.
it's not.
Are you sure? Are you all right?
Yeah, we've seen Mania to Rumble booking, like Rumble to Mania booking change drastically. Sometimes weeks before.
Yeah. Cena versus Rock, they want to see it twice, I swear. So that's our pick for the whole bracket here. I'm kind of flashing them up right now. So basically, Tommy has Tama Tonga winning the entire bracket. And Mike and I each have Jeff Cobb winning pretty much the same picks the whole way, I think Mike and I have. Yeah, except for Chase Owens and David Finlay. So that's where it differs. Tina picking Hideo Tommy. I'm kidding. It's Kenta. Relax. Internet people, don't get pissed off. It's a joke. So we'll see how this lays out.
Cancel Countdown City WrestleCast. They won't call him by his real name.
Jason's going to put up Kenta, but with lowercase letters.
Yeah, just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it, right? In subscript. So
I wonder if there's a wrestler who's done that. That'd be hilarious.
I would say what? If
I wonder if there's a wrestler who's done that, like has their name in subscript. That'd be hilarious.
I don't know. That would be fun. That'd be interesting. Make it hard to read. You have to do this.
Yeah, it's like, who is he?
So, like I said, the winner of this tournament will get a shot at John Moxley's IWGP United States Championship, a title that hasn't been seen on TV screens in quite a while because of all this. So, very excited for this. New Japan Strong. Good luck. Brand new TV series every Friday, and it's going to be on New Japan World. We'll have more details about that later. So, do have a bit of wrestling news to share. Of course, if you haven't been on social media or in wrestling news at all this year, then you probably didn't even know, but I'm sure you should know by now that both the Bella twins happen to be pregnant at the same time. Different fathers, obviously, but it's a new form of twin magic. And the long joke was that
that would make a great reality show, but never mind.
Anyway, they did have their babies a day apart, both baby boys. Nikki had hers on July 31st, and with her fiance Artem, and Brie, of course, married to Bryan Danielson. They had their baby on August 1st. So back-to-back Bella baby boys for Brie and Daniel, or Brie and Bryan. Theirs was actually a surprise. They did not know if it was a boy or girl going in. They said, let's wait and see.
I thought you meant they didn't know they're going to have a baby. Like, they just popped out.
The funny part is they showed a video of like their nurseries and Brie's like very simple, some stuff reused from when they had Birdie. And then they showed Nikki, and I swear her nursery was like an episode of MTV Cribs. This kid's got more shit
with
than
a literal crib.
Yeah, so I swear this kid had more stuff than I had ever done in my life. So, but congrats to both of them. Part of the reason I'm wearing my Dad 316 shirt, I remember the excitement about my kids being born. It's an amazing feeling.
I've been wearing a New Japan shirt this whole time.
You would be, so.
Yeah.
I'm wearing LWO, but I mean, it just has nothing to do with anything. Well, actually...
Yeah.
The Bellas are Hispanic, so maybe no.
I literally did. I ever tell y'all that I did not know that until y'all told me? Because I knew that because I heard they were Italian. Then when y'all told me that, I was like, really?
Yeah, their father still lives in Mexico, actually. So, no.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's not to say there may be some Italian blood somewhere in there.
Yep,
never know.
Yep.
Yep. And the other big news. The XFL, of course, has been bankrupt with the COVID. There was a promising season. It got put on hold with all this, and it sucks. And bankruptcy hit. Vince decided to release a whole bunch of talent to save some money. And Vince basically invested about $100 million into the XFL relaunch, and he just sold it for about $15 million to none other than The Rock.
And my running joke is all he did was use the check he got from Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's my joke, and I'm sticking with it. All he did was like, I made this from this movie here.
In all fairness, though, he didn't buy it by himself.
No, it was an ownership group, but $15 million for a sports league with the $100 million investment on Vince McMahon's part is wow. You know, that's
I still say, here's my Hobbs and Shaw check. Let's put that as the down payment.
XFL, another reason so many wrestlers wound up getting released.
Yeah, I mean,
just saying.
Jericho long said if he knew that WCW's video library was so cheap, he would have bought it himself. I feel like he's going to look at this. If the XFL was so cheap, why didn't I buy that myself again? You know, so. But I love the memes that have come out of the old episode where The Rock threw Vince into a limo, him in the head, and just told him, "Get this a-hole out of here." I love that those have popped up after this sell, so it's pretty damn hilarious. But I like it. They have plans to, if they need to, host an entire XFL season in a bubble, much the way that the NBA and the NHL is doing right now. So I'm very excited to see the XFL live. There's plans for 2021. I think it's a very promising football league, and still has a bit of the wrestling ties with The Rock owning it or part owning it.
The biggest disappointment of the XFL is they didn't make the footballs like they did the first time.
Yeah, that's true. I do kind of miss the old footballs. I thought those were awesome. So, yeah it was unique. So, that will lead us into our 1 minute warning segment. For those that aren't familiar, this is kind of a chance where we each take a minute to talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. Now, we talked about the New Japan USA Cup, and I'm wondering if Tommy's going to be talking about the Never Openweight 6-man tag cup that's going on as well in New Japan.
That was part of what I was going to bring up, yes.
You're so predictable.
How did you know that was going to be Tommy's 10-minute warning?
I don't need this abuse.
We love you, Tommy. So
we do.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Tommy. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll go to the bathroom.
Okay. Before I go to that, just to let you guys know, for everyone who's wondering about where to watch other stuff, Noah, DDT, All Japan, all of them have streaming networks now. Even though All Japan has one now. I didn't even know that until recently, so they have streaming network. But the Never 6-man belt is vacant now.
Stop the clock.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all
fat
good.
Fingers.
The belts are vacant now after Evil betrayed LIJ and went to Bullet Club. So now there is a same 8-team mini tournament to be decided when they go to I can't remember. Anyway, to crown new champions, you guys can look up who the teams are. I have them. I can send it to JC if he wants to post it and everything. But I love the Never Openweight 6-man tag belts because they're loads of fun. They almost change hands every single title defense, except for like the one time when one team had them for a year, and that was shocking. So it's a fun belt. I mean, I think it's just a way for more champions, and just like more fun for the crowd. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun tournament, and I can't wait to see who comes out with it. And there's like 2 teams of Chaos, 2 teams of Bullet Club, so I want to see how that goes. So, yeah. Well, kept it under 5 minutes. Forget y'all.
Congrats then to Vacant for winning another championship in wrestling. Dude is unbelievable.
Honestly, this is probably one of the belts Vacant has won the most because I think those things have been vacated like 2 or 3 times. So Vacant is like a repeat champion with these belts.
Vacant is probably the most decorated
wrestling champion
wrestler in history.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah. Mike, do you have something this week? Or
sure. And this is something out of left field, but here we go.
All right, cool. Here we go. Ready, set, go.
All right, so I mean, honestly, since AEW began, and maybe a little bit before that, a lot of people have been jumping on the MJF bandwagon and singing his praises, and I think I've come to a conclusion that everyone's wrong, because I don't think MJF is doing a great character. I think he's really just a jerk in real life, and everyone thinks he's just hilarious. I'm starting to become convinced of this. Everyone talks about what a great talker he is, and he is, They think he's really just a jerk, and everyone's just like, "Oh, he's doing great." I'm convinced of this, and people, he's an all right wrestler, and people talk about how great his character is, but this is wrestling. We don't care about characters. When have characters ever gotten over? I mean, seriously. So yeah, I'm convinced that MJF is not playing a character. I'm convinced he's just a douche, and that's the way he acts in real life. Have a wonderful day.
The timing of your 1 minute warning could not be more perfect because in the latest PWI magazine, they have a one-on-one interview with him. What is wrong with MJF?
See?
Yeah.
But I honestly didn't know that, so that was a great time.
Yeah, and
oh man, how you said that was hilarious. That was just funny.
Yeah, trust me, the entire interview is him in character, and it's gold. It's
not.
Gold.
That's the point.
Okay, the entire thing is actually MJF. Period. That's the thing, and whether it's really him or commitment to character, I love it. It's always on. It's always people ask for selfies, and he sits there and just throws their phone away. It's hilarious. So
I mean, both of you, have y'all seen this picture that's supposedly him at his 13-year-old party or something, or at his I don't know if he's Jewish. I thought they said bar mitzvah, but maybe not.
I'm not
Have y'all seen this picture where he's dancing with girls and stuff?
I haven't seen that yet.
No.
Okay, I've seen people reference it, but I don't know if it's really him or it's just an internet joke. Part of me thinks it's an internet joke, but again, real MJF. So I don't know.
Send it to me after this call, and if I can get it, I'll try.
I'll have to find out. Look it up.
So.
No, and actually, I was wrong. Only one team is Bullet Club in the tournament for the Never Openweight belts. Two are Suzuki-gun, which is surprising. I forgot they still had that many guys.
What are the Suzuki-gun teams?
Suzuki himself, Desperado, and Doki, the new recruit they got. The guy who actually he's been to Texas a few times. And the other team is Zack, Taichi, and Kanemaru. Which is surprising because I would think Desperado and Kanemaru would be on the same team because they've been IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions together. So
I stood up a bit.
Yeah, but actually, there's only one Bullet Club team. And actually, there are two Chaos teams actually. So
now, after Mike's 1 minute warning, how the hell am I supposed to follow that? And we're talking from one guy who could possibly actually be a jerk or be playing one. We're not sure. To someone who recently has not been afraid to speak her mind, and I'm singing the praises of Deonna Parrazzo, the current Impact Knockouts champion. And like so many other wrestlers, she didn't get a fair shake. People will say in WWE, they let her go. She only had a 30-day no-compete because she was just in NXT. And has gone on many interviews, including Busted Open Radio, talking about how they didn't give her a chance and how she's out there going to prove people wrong. And most of the time people get released, they get down on themselves. Eventually, they'll come back and make a name for themselves and kind of do it quietly, a la Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, that sort of thing. What I'm enjoying about this is Deonna's flat out calling out WWE. Says, you a-holes didn't give me a chance. You a-holes didn't bet on me. I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to show you what you missed out on. And that has me very excited for the Impact Women's Division, who just lost, arguably, one of the top women's wrestlers in the world in Tessa Blanchard, even though she was holding the World Heavyweight title. Losing her is a big loss, but getting Deonna Parrazzo is a hell of a step forward for that division, which continues to remain strong all these years, going back to the Gail Kim days.
Comes.
Yeah, the Gail Kim days, the Kong days. When the company was down, that was a division worth watching. So I'm very excited to see the future of it, and very happy for Deonna Parrazzo. So,
Man, I need to be better at sneaking Lita into all my 1 minute warnings somehow.
I'll be honest with you, I had no idea to bring Gail Kim's name. It just happens, but maybe it's a reflex. I don't know. She's that awesome.
I think for you it's a reflex. I don't think you do it anymore until we tell you done it. So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we just mentioned women's wrestling. You're like, yeah, Gail Kim.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of women's wrestling, real quick.
Gail Kim.
Damn it. Anyway, no. Stardom announced their 5-star Grand Prix tournament, and it's pretty stacked. Julia is like one of the new heir apparents, like after Hana's sad passing, of like their new big star they're building around, and it looks like a stacked tournament. And also, if anyone's ever seen it, if not, look it up. It's great. There's a video of Donna Del Mondo doing a promo, and for no reason at all, none whatsoever, Jushin Thunder Liger is just walking behind them and waving at the camera and
I
bowing.
did see that, yeah. So.
And Donna Del Mondo's their signature is like they punch the inside of their fists, and he does it with them right at the same time. It's like, all I said was, any promo you cut, and Jushin Thunder Liger just walks in and just approves. That's a promo worth having, and I saw no problem with it whatsoever. Of course, you could see Donna Del Mondo, all three of them trying their best not to laugh because they knew he was back there, and they all started cracking up at the exact same time.
See, Tommy, now that you said that, I want someone to go find old great promos from wrestling and Photoshop him walking in the background of things.
Just walking in the background.
Like, Austin 316 at the after winning King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And Jushin's just in the back and
the pipe bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Jushin just walks up behind Punk while he's on the stage.
A friend of mine, me and my friend were talking, and we were like, "Why did he do that?" But then we both realized, you know what? He's retired. He doesn't care anymore.
Well,
he just do whatever he wants to.
The funny part is, last week we said Liger's retirement is the reason 2020 has gone to shit. But with him appearing in a promo, maybe things are on the upturn.
Yes.
Maybe this is
Well, look at it this way. He appeared in a promo like around the last weeks of July, and in August, New Japan announced the tournament for the United States Championship. Something good clearly happened. So
let's not forget the power of Cesaro winning the title.
Yeah.
That you know what? I'm going to give you that because I think you're right. If he was world champion tomorrow, I think we get a COVID vaccine the following day.
I think what this basically means, we here on the WrestleCast endorse the fact that the cure for COVID-19 is Jushin Thunder Liger and Cesaro holding the title. Yes.
And honestly, maybe send Suzuki after the COVID-19 because I think Minoru would just take it out himself.
Yeah.
I think because so I don't know if you guys heard when he didn't make Dominion because Suzuki he had a fever so they thought he might have COVID, right?
Yeah.
Turns out he didn't. They were just being cautious. So he missed the show, whatever. I think COVID tried to get him. He laughed at it, put it in a sleeper, then hit it with a God-style pile driver, and just said, "Forget you, bitch. I'm Minoru Suzuki. I get sick when I want to, and I choose not to now."
You've seen when people draw what the COVID virus looked like, and it's got all those little arm tentacle things. I'm pretty sure Suzuki took each and every one,
broke them,
twisted them, and bent them.
I believe it. Yeah. So I'm still looking forward to the day that becomes a lucha mask. El COVID.
Oh,
yeah. In 3 years, I guarantee you. In 3 years.
and with the way luchadors do numbering, we might have COVID 20, COVID 21.
Probably.
Remember the Villanos from WCW?
Yeah.
I know they were.
But how many years until we get El Hijo de COVID 21?
It might be 10, 15 years from now. We'll see. Yeah.
That'll be the Bella Boys' first gimmick.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's how they break into business.
Like we talked about before the show, I'm going to put this out on the video. I want both Bella Boys, when they start wrestling, to come out to their mom's song. Brie mode with the horrible auto-tune at the beginning.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
But like I told you before we started recording, given they may be some good-looking kids. So keep the ladies off. Y'all, ladies, you can look, but you can't touch. It'll be kind of a reverse thing from Val Venus's "Hello, Ladies."
See, that's the thing though. Bree's son might have a mix of Bree mode and Flight of the Valkyries, since his father is, of course, Daniel Bryan. So
Bree mode.
Yeah. So,
but you know who they're going to get jumped by?
Huh.
Bullet Club Machine Gun Kids. Carl Anderson and his 4 or 5 boys.
It's very possible.
Honestly, that sounds kind of awesome.
This is a new level of fantasy booking, buddy. So,
my God! See, you know what? Maybe that's a show between now and SummerSlam. Take all the wrestling kids that are still of a young age and fantasy book them into the future. I like it.
We need an idea for next week. Let's book WrestleMania 20, 30 years from now. We'll see what happens. So, yeah.
Let's do it.
And for some reason, Ric Flair will still have to make an appearance. I don't know why. He just
Oh dear God!
I swear he's gonna live forever. New
And
Japan.
Big Show will still be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. I don't know how.
One way or another.
And he will have flipped about 75 more times. So.
The New Japan USA Cup 2020 starts this Friday, August 7th at 9 p.m. Central Time as part of New Japan Strong, a brand new weekly show.
Hey, that's my mom's birthday. Cool.
Nice. Location wasn't confirmed or announced, but we're thinking it's the LA Dojo. Tommy seems to think
it's the LA Dojo,
yeah. And as we said, it's going to be on New Japan World, NJPWWorld.com. I believe it's $9.99 a month, just like the WWE Network. And if you don't want to subscribe, we recommend you do subscribe. Not all of us are cool with Tommy to the fact that we can borrow his account. So definitely subscribe to New Japan World Service.
Wow.
Look, if we get another stimulus check, I might subscribe myself. We'll see. So that's what's going on. I'm actually pretty excited for this because it's more wrestling on American TV or American streaming services. And, regardless of what else has gone on, I think it's allowed a lot of promotions a chance to reinvent themselves and get themselves back into mainstream on social media.
Can you imagine if we'd been going through this without streaming services like for pro wrestling or anything? Jeez.
Oh, we'd be going nuts. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. So.
Yeah. Well, our podcast would definitely, be looking for things to talk about. But between all the streaming services I do have, there'd be tons of shows I'd rewatch for the 6th or 7th time.
Yeah, true.
And even then, I'm just browsing through a Roku, and I'm like, geez, they have a streaming service? They have a streaming service? Who knew, right? So.
Yeah, I think this year everyone's saying, you know what, even if it fails, let's just have one for this year and just see what happens.
Yeah. Our Twitter account, @CCG_WrestleCast. Subscribe here at Kansas City Geeks. And comment, let us know your pick for the New Japan USA Cup. Let us know what you think of our picks. Put a full bracket down. Let's see how well you do against us or Tommy, because Tommy might win this whole thing. So.
Also, guys, by the time this has come out, tell us what you think about Raw Underground.
Yes, we didn't mention
and we don't mean their ratings.
We didn't mention that, but what Shane McMahon's involvement's going to be, even though he lost a Loser Leaves Town match to Kevin Owens not too long ago, we'll see.
Oh, please, that never lasted wrestling.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't in Orlando, so he left the other town, and now he's in Orlando.
Oh, can we end this show
That's called
now?
a loophole. That's called loophole.
Look, I'm just trying to stretch our time out there. Okay.
Next week, we're going to recap the first round matches of the New Japan USA Cup, see how well we did thus far. And it sounds like we might be looking at WrestleMania 30 years from now when so many of the wrestlers' kids out there have their sons and daughters involved. And
yes, we're totally assuming that all the kids will become wrestlers.
Yes.
They have no.
I don't know how.
Randy Orton, 70 years old, RKO out of nowhere.
With swinging on the walker, and then he has to
it is WrestleMania. They're notorious for bringing legends back for that. So
I picture Randy Orton like Yoda in his later years. He can't really move around that much, so he has to hit an RKO. Then suddenly it's like he's in his 20s and he's just fine.
Yeah,
that guy's been having way too much fun. He was comically promoting Talking Shop-A-Mania. Talking crap about it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said comically, because I think some people took that seriously, and I was like, dude, he was joking.
Yeah, people troll.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Even Gallows and Anderson called it a crappy show. Calm down.
So
that was the whole point, yeah.
Exactly. That was the joke. But I think people don't get it, because jokes are beyond everyone now.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's only like $15 on the Fight TV app, so I might, try and check it out.
I haven't watched it yet. What I have seen looks hilarious, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it because the few things I did see in like the clips and like the still frames, I said, "There's no way they did that. There's no way. I gotta order this thing and see what the freak just happened."
A little bit of a spoiler, although they've shown this around different places. Carl Anderson and Maria are back in the same area, and we know what happened last time they were in New Japan. Just saying.
Oh boy. Well.
That's going to be fun. Thank you guys again for joining us. Thank you out there for joining us, and for those of you out there that subscribed. Let's see how well this tournament goes, and I'm very happy New Japan's giving us something again. So, from the Kansas City WrestleCast, over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Mike, be good to each other, guys.
And I'm JC, and as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People
are fake.
Fake.
There's
So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.